Well, folks, thank you for tuning in to this Habs Tonight World Juniors Team Canada edition. I got my main man, Damon, over there. Damon, it's good to see you again, as always, my friend.
Nice to see you, Drew. Let's get
So
the
we're,
gold this year.
yeah. Oh, you got that right. Um, so now we're going to talk some Team Canada sort of pre-training camp stuff here. We got Kaiden Guhle, potentially going to make his second appearance here in the World Junior roster, and also maybe a first appearance for Habs prospect Joshua Roy. So why don't you just talk about the invites that these guys just got to training camp and tell us a little bit about what you're expecting from them?
This is definitely a major invite for the both of them, especially for Joshua Roy. To start off with him, Joshua Roy was the first overall pick back in the 2019 QMJHL entry draft. He's a very good winger, and he was our fifth round pick in the last draft, which is pretty remarkable because he was originally the first overall pick, and the fact that Trevor Timmins was able to snag him in the fifth round is definitely a real big steal. And he's over a point per game right now in the queue. And I personally don't expect him to make the team this year because there's so much talent on Canada. But I'm definitely expecting a good training camp out of Joshua Roy, and I'm expecting him to play well. And maybe even next year he could be someone who cracks the team. But Kaiden Guhle, boy oh boy, do I have expectations for him. First of all, I expect him to definitely wear a letter on his jersey. I definitely think he's the front runner for the C on his jersey. I think it's between him and Cole Perfetti. And I definitely think Kaiden Guhle, in my opinion, after Brent Clark was not named to the training camp roster, I definitely think Kaiden Guhle will play a really good number two defenseman role in the team. And also, I see him quarterbacking the second power play unit.
Very nice, very nice. So you mentioned obviously both guys there, but Joshua Roy, what expectations should we have? Tell us a little bit about his game for Habs fans that haven't been following him quite as much.
From what I've seen of Joshua Roy, he seems to score quite a bit. He seems to have more of a natural goal scoring ability. From what I've seen, I guess this might be a bit of an interesting comparison. I guess you could say he reminds me a bit of a Thomas Tatar in a way, because of how much he just loves lighting it up. And like he's fairly decent defensively, but he's fairly decent at both ends of the ice. But I think his offensive ability outweighs his defense, and he's definitely someone who I expect to crack the Habs in the next 5 seasons.
In the next 5 seasons? Well, it's certainly a long-term project. It sounds like Joshua Roy,
Yeah.
right? I mean, Kaiden Guhle, we already kind of know what we're getting. The guy scored a goal, like 30 seconds into the pre-tournament games last year, which was which was a fun thing to see as a Montreal Canadiens fan.
Yeah, definitely. That was a beautiful goal. I just remember that beautiful toe drag around the German player and then into the back of the net. And that was the goal for the floodgates against the beating of the Germans, 16-2.
Yeah, we should be a little nicer this year. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I know this is Olympic talk now, but you think about like Leon Draisaitl being on Team Germany, but the NHL right now, I mean, there's more signs saying that they might not play this year, and that's the Olympics. That's another subject altogether. But in terms of the World Juniors, love the jersey that you're rocking. I wish we would just stick with that jersey for like World Juniors and Olympics. It's beautiful.
I completely agree. Even just replacing the logos that they currently have with the Hockey Canada ones, I think that'd be beautiful.
Yeah, I just sometimes you don't need to change a good thing. It's consistent. It's like the Canadians logo, right?
Yeah.
So, with that, thanks for the insight, Damon. We're certainly looking forward to another World Junior tournament, hopefully with fans this year in Edmonton, in Alberta. Where it's going to be in Alberta, right? You got to remind me of the cities we're in
Yeah,
again.
Red Deer and Edmonton this time. Canada's going to play their games in Edmonton, while the U.S. and Russia will play their games in Red Deer.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's beautiful. Thanks for this segment, Damon. We certainly appreciate it. Habs tonight, folks. Tune in pregame, postgame. You know where to find us, and we appreciate the support. Go Habs, go! We'll see y'all again very soon.